Hi, welcome back to Sahara TV. This is our discussion on the killing of students at Nasarawa State University. And we have our Sky callers who are with us. And in the studio here with me is Mr. Legacy.
Nice being here again.
Now, Legacy was a former student union leader. So, and you've confronted the police, the military. You understand what this is all about. How do you feel about this incident that happened?
Well, it's very, very bad. I haven't experienced practically what we're talking about. I can remember in 1998 when we had a similar issue. We had thought maybe it was because under the military regime that the military mentality must have been the problem. But coming into democracy and talking about it almost 13 or 12 years after, one wonders if we'll be able to develop to get to respect people's life. You see, protest is not anything bad, and I think the Nigerian military, the paramilitary must understand that clearly. If you do not allow people to protest peacefully, then you should be expecting things like the Boko Haram, terrorism, and all that happening within the country. So that students within an intellectual community can come out, express their grievances without taking to anarchy, without going into terrorism, without taking laws into their hands. I think it's good enough for the society to embrace, to at least allow them to express themselves. Now for the soldiers to have come out openly and gone to the level of killing students, armless students. Look, it's bad enough to even kill ordinary civilians. Talk less of students within an academic community.
Now, you were a former NANS official.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was talking to Abdul Mahmoud, and he was one former NANS executive or president. And he expressed the concern that it's the responsibility of NANS to take action. Are you still in touch with people who run the organization? And how do you feel about what NANS has become?
That's a million-dollar question when you look at what is happening in Nigeria. Perhaps after the military got away and we all stopped clamoring for democratic dispensation, we've had a situation where the democracy we had, the kind of government, they've polluted everywhere. They've bribed into most of these so-called unions. It's not just about the NANS. The trade unions, how strong are they? Can we compare the trade unions of now to that of yesteryears? We all saw what happened in January last year while we were protesting the issue of the hike in fuel prices. And again, the same thing has happened to the NANS. The NANS for about 10 years now is totally dead. But I wonder if we can have leaders that would understand that all these arms of government or arms within the society, trade unions and everything, must function well for us to have an egalitarian society. Because they deliberately kill them just to have their ways. Like from our own angle, we've been clamoring. It's not as if we're not doing anything, but it's forces. We have students now who want to become a NANS president just to be able to get close to the presidency, just to be able to build houses, buy cars, make money, get rich. It's quite unfortunate. But we still need to go back. I challenge all other union activists in time past. It's not a thing of just pushing it away. It's a responsibility that we must take. We still need to go back to most of our institutions, ensure that we have viral student union and we have a viral NANS coming out.
Yeah, because I wanted to ask you the next question, which is, as the people who were once NANS executives, how are they doing now in the wider society? Have they cashed in? Are they still part of the struggle, or are they not? I want to know, like, what are they doing to continue that struggle? Because it's not over. You don't live as a student union leader and then go in and become a senator and start collecting the same thing other people were collecting and complaining about, becoming part of the system.
Activism is not an individual effort. I always keep on telling people that if it's about individuals, then we don't really need to group. It's about we all coming together and forging ahead, clamoring for what belongs to us, the rights of the people. We still have forum outside there. They may not be large enough. Like I told you, there are lots of problems within the trade union, within the unions, within schools and what have you, that is giving us impediment towards what you're asking for. But it calls, situations like this calls on us to rise up to our responsibility in ensuring that those unions are really strong. By now, I expect the NANS to be demonstrating in all other institutions all over Nigeria so that we can really pin this down and let the government understand that such action cannot take place and they just keep quiet, give condolence message to their parents and think that's all. in the first instance, when someone is asking for water, for God's sake, it shows the lack of, the state of irresponsibility. These are basic amenities that students need for them to survive. The institutions, if they are responsible enough, would have been the one that would have shut down the school, saying that, look, we are incapable, we are sorry, we cannot provide water now, we can't ask you to do examinations under this condition, go back home, the next 2-3 weeks we'll fix it. Rather than for the student to take it as their own responsibility in asking the school authorities to do what is right. And for you to have gone to that extent of killing these harmless students, I think Nigerian government must be held responsible, the university itself must be held responsible, and most especially the Nigerian military, because for over time we've seen military just killing people unnecessarily. You are enjoying taxpayers' money to defend the integrity of that nation, to defend the citizens within that nation, not to kill innocent and harmless citizens.
All right, hold on now. Let's go to our Skype callers. I'm not sure who is still there. Abdullahi, yes. Are you there?
Yeah. I'm
okay. Matt King, are you there? All right.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Mohammed, are you still there?
Yes, Mohammed.
Okay.
I'm here.
Good. All right.
Yeah,
so
I'm here.
So you guys have had we rounded up a former student union leader and brought him here, and you had his take on this incident. Now, what do you guys think in terms of I don't know how many of you were students in Nigeria. I was a student in Nigeria, and I know that one of the demonstrations that I was part of was the one that the incident didn't happen in my campus, on campus. It happened somewhere else. And we just came out and said, no, we don't support the killing of students at ABU or at this school, and we are going to join the demonstration. Why do you think the students' union today is not as powerful or influential or as concerned as they were in the past? I'm asking you, Mohammed.
Yes. Thank you for that question. I remember years back, because I didn't school in Nigeria, but I remember years back during a guy called Daniel Onje. I don't know, maybe you heard of him. When the same thing, something like this happened, when he became the NANS president, he was shot. A lady was shot. A student was shot. And guess what? What happened was they shut down the school. They took the guy to the government house. I don't know how that case ended, but I know nobody said anything about it again. Now, you see, Nigerian Student Union, I'm so sorry to say, is practically involved in Nigeria's politics. In short, Nigerian students have even turned to beggars. Let me give you a scenario. Some students came to meet me one day and said they have an award for me. And my first question to them was, why do I deserve this award? They said, oh, sir, because you've been blah, blah, blah. Then I asked them, because in that letter they wrote, they were soliciting for funds. Now, my question to them is, come, you are there to protect your students. You are not there to be giving people awards for money. Now, Nigerian students, they go publicly, they do press briefing, they support political whatever, they get involved in deep politics. These are people, these are unions that are supposed to be protecting the Nigerian youths. Then we used to have the Nigerian Youth Parliament. I don't know if that parliament still exists. That is the parliament whereby I think if the Nigerian Student Union had fight the government, have proposed a lot of things to the government whereby at least the Nigerian youth, because they represent the Nigerian youth, the Nigerian youth should have at least 30 to 40% say in this country. The Nigerian youth should be protected. But no, this is not what is happening these days. What is happening is you see the Nigerian student body, the union leaders, begging politicians for money, giving award to politicians because they want money. That is what they are doing now. They are not really doing what they were elected in such offices. They don't really know. They don't really know the oath of office they took. They don't really know what being a union leader means. And if you look at most of their what the convention that the Nigerian Students Union organized, mostly you see them, they tell you they killed this one, they were shooting, they were this, they were that. How are they getting these arms?
Yeah.
How do they get these arms?
Yeah, Mohammed, I understand that we have just a few seconds left, so let me
So,
stop you here, and I hope that the next time we have conversations, you also join us because we appreciate your contributions. Yes. Matt King, briefly, can you give us just 2 sentences on what you think could be done to revive the Nigerian Students Association?
Yeah, thank you very much. When I was in university, I participated actively in unionism in the university. I will agree with Mohammed, but one thing I want the Nigerian Student Association to understand is this. The union in the university at the student level is not a political setting. It is just a democratical setup. They should see it as a training ground for future leaders. They should forget about the politics in this issue. By so doing, they will be able to impact positively in the people they were led.
Okay.
But it's just very unfortunate that things are turned the other way around.
All right, Matt, thank you. I have to stop you there. Abdullahi.
Yeah.
Okay, quickly, so
Yeah, I think now the student union also it's another arm of government because the student union now just follow what the government wants, and like what my Muhammad Buhari said, I think he has said it all. They are more of beggars. Anywhere you go, you see them there and they're giving awards for no reason.
all right,
So I
thank you.
think Buhari has said it all.
Okay, thank you, Abdullahi. Legacy. Well, we will continue the discussion. We are out of time, and hopefully you'll be back, and we'll see how things will change.
It's a corrupt system that corrupts every arm of it that leads to the problem.
Exactly.
So we all have to fight corruption.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
When we come back, we are going to continue our show. I think we have a special guest, an author, who is going to come here and talk about her journey in America. And remember, we still have Dr. Damages and Keeping It Real coming up. So stay tuned. Thank you.